Hope everybody can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay. It helps with the mic on. I found that out. Um, anyway, welcome here tonight. It's the 28th of October. I don't have any trigger, but I got a treat. So listen for about 30 minutes and we're going to explain to you a business that I believe and everybody on this panel and about 1 million other people think it's a pretty darn good idea. So my name is Marty DeGarmo. I've been online working or trying to find a way to obtain some wealth for 17 years. The first 10 years were not very much fun. Hopefully I can relate to some of you that have been trying to create some kind of income online. I got into business, like I said, 17 years ago, thought, well, other people are making money, I can do it too. Got on. I don't remember the first business it was. Probably a good thing I don't remember. But I joined, I did everything they told me to do. And then I found out, well, usually in every business, there's an auto ship. So I start off behind, okay, just like everybody else. So now you're minus. So you have another 30 days to get your stuff together. So you before that next auto ship, or you're going to be behind even further. So obviously I went through and they said, make a list. I did all that, all the stuff you're told to do. You have to have a why. And then if you make a mistake the first month, they say, well, your why is not big enough. And then they say you have to have a list. Your list's not big enough. Go to your friends and family. And then, well, I'm getting no's. Well, you're not getting enough no's. Well, eventually even this idiot could figure out that there's got to be another way. So as I'm going through this crazy journey of trying to figure it out, and I was bullheaded. Thank God, really, I'm here now. But I finally realized enough to drive traffic. I heard about it. You could buy it. You could rent it. You could whatever, right? So I did solo ads. I did all this stuff, and you get a hold of somebody on a solo ad, or you buy an ad. You buy leads and emails, and you contact them, and they're mad as a hornet. Why? Because they've already told 449,000 people they're not interested, okay? That's the list you buy. So now I'm getting farther behind, right? Next auto ship's coming, I gotta pay it. I'm starting to fill my closet with beauty potion, not working. And it goes on and on and on, whatever it is. I'm not against any products. There's a lot of good ones out there. I'm against the system. And it seemed to me that the system was rigged against the average person, unless you really had some skills. And I kept looking at these businesses, and there's like 2%, 3% that's doing very, very well. Get up on stage, walk across with a big check, slap each other in the back. Oh, great job, great job. But as time's going on, like a year later and 2 years later, I'm seeing the same people with a different company. They're doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and they just keep bringing this huge list with them, slowly making it bigger. So I said, well, I got to learn how to drive traffic myself. I can't rely on somebody else. So that took a long time to figure out how to market. Twitter, Facebook was really hard, Instagram, all that, right? So thank God I ran into Mike Ellis, and then about a year later, Dan Street. They're both here, and we formed a team. We all helped each other out because what benefits Mike had, I didn't. The benefits Dan had and what he brought to the table, Mike and myself both didn't have. So, but between us three, we did pretty well. And we could drive traffic. So now we're pretty happy, hey, can we get people to join us, whatever we're doing? Yeah, 500, 600,000, we've had thousands join. Fantastic. Guess what happens? Now I'm meeting me 10 years earlier who doesn't have any skills at all. So then I tell him, well, we're going to help you. All right, Dan, let's help this guy. Let's help that woman. Let's help this guy. Guess what? You can't duplicate what you're doing. So now there's another dilemma. You can build a team, but they can't. So you go, oh my God, what do? We made little systems we give to people and try to help them, because you can't succeed unless you help people succeed, right? Unless you can, what happens is some of these gurus can bring in people faster than they quit. If you can master digging the hole quicker than the dirt falls back in, you can make money online. The problem with that is stop shoveling and see what happens. About 30 days, 40 days, you lost your business. All of these businesses are run off of recruiting. So needless to say, about 2.5 years ago, with Mike and Dan, and we were in a few businesses, things are starting to get pretty discouraging. Why? We can't bring anybody with us. Now we can market, big deal if you can't build a team. I was getting tired of telling people I'm going to help you when I knew in my gut I couldn't, right? You can't. If I could, I would. You just can't do it. So I started looking around. Now, trust me, thousands of businesses come our way when you're online this long. Every day there's something, and every one of them, by the way, newsflash, are the best things since sliced bread. They're not, but everybody thinks they have the best one, the best website, the best. Oh, you got to come here, right? I played that game. I know what it's like. What happened was I started looking because now I'm looking for something totally different. Is there a business that is designed for the average person to succeed? Now, that sounds like fairy godmother stuff, right? But I was looking, I figured it might be there. And I started looking around. I ran into Redford and a guy named Peter Rogers. And I knew them from before. Now online, a big deal online is finding someone you can trust. You can find people, but you got to find one you can trust. It's not quite as easy. So I ran into Red and Peter, and I said, what are you guys doing? I knew them from another, we all three knew them from another job, about 5 years now, maybe more. And they told me what they were doing. And I asked simple questions. The bar is very low, right? I'm not doing the high hurdles here. This isn't Olympic stuff. You start, you basic things that they answer, I'm going to do it. Can anybody do it? Yes. Can everybody make money? Yes. Is it unlimited? Yes. Is there an auto ship? No. Are the products some widget that I have to try to convince people to buy? No, they're being sold by millions and millions of people daily, multi-billion-dollar industry. And it's digital. I'm like, whoa, I love that. I'm not bringing anything home. It's in outer space, right? Things are moving over the internet. I said, well, that sounds good. Anyone can do it. Yep. In fact, they guarantee your success. I said, what? He said, they guarantee your success. You're guaranteed to be successful. Okay, now I'm thinking, okay, now we've crossed over into Wonderland again, okay? But I said, how much was it? They told me, and I'm not going to go over that because Robin's here to explain the business. I said, I'm in. Signed up, went back to Mike and Dan. I don't know what I told them. It didn't matter. We were looking for something, and if it was 10% what we thought it was, we're in. So I went back to Mike and Dan, and we slammed the pedal to the floor and built it, and thank God about that I did. It's now 18, 19 months later. It's the best thing I've ever done. And the business wasn't quite what I thought it was. It was actually better, if that's possible. So not only did we win, we won big, and every day we win even bigger. But Robin's going to get into the details. So let me tell you about a little bit about Robin. The CEO is texting me right now. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry about that. Robin Noble's gonna explain to you this business in about 25 minutes. She's super sharp lady, one of the sharpest women I've ever met in my life, without a doubt. She spent 20 years as a cruise director on luxury cruise liners. She's been in 200 countries. We have webinars in many different languages, and Robin whips out whatever language, like she's been speaking it for 20 years, which I'm like, where the heck did she come from? So obviously I don't talk that long because I already look like an idiot compared to Mrs. Noble. So she's going to explain the business. And when she's done, I want to make this really clear. There's no pressure. We don't have to have you in. This is not an MLM. This is a business you get in, thank God. I can't wait for people to get in. But we don't have to have you get in. and you're not going to be forced to do anything. Watch the webinar, ask any one of these gentlemen or Robin afterwards questions if you have them. This is for the guests. I love you founders that are out there, but keep it zipped. This is for guests only. Ask any question you want, we'll give you the answer. And one more thing. At the end of this, if you're interested, and this was a little bit too much to swallow because you had this fast talking fat guy on here, I will send you a recording of this video to your email, and you can look at it at your leisure. Now I would like to introduce a friend, a very good friend, and a business partner of all of ours. Amazing woman. We call her the voice, and you'll see why. Robin Noble. Thank you.
Marty, thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. To our guests, very special welcome. To my gentlemen panels here on board and with me here, again, very special to be with you tonight. Thank you so much. And to the founders who are joining us from around the world in support, again,
am I not
thank
hearing
you.
her, just me, or you guys aren't either? No.
Mute your mic, Marty.
Mute your mic, Marty.
We can hear Marty.
The techie challenged lady is giving the
your light going off,
presentation
but I
on
don't
a
hear anything.
technology industry and company. Many of you have been looking for different businesses to add to your financial streams of income. Business today's world is not the same as what it was when we were 10, 20, 30 years younger, and certainly not the same type of business world as that of our parents. So many things have changed, and the cost of living has gone up. The way we do business has changed. And to be global means that you are literally involved with more than 2 or 3 countries now. In hoping to increase finances, some of us play the lotteries. Do you know that 70% of the population around the world actually plays the lottery almost every day in the hopes of winning? Other people invest in stocks and bonds. But remember, when you invest with a stock or a bond, the only way that you make money is when you sell it. If you've made an increase and if you've made a gain in that. It doesn't happen all the time. The other way people look to increase their business and their finances is through MLM. Well, there are 100 MLM companies listed, and there are over 500 direct sales companies that are listed. How do you know what to choose? How do you know which is a good one? And do you know, statistics have proven that 97 to 98% of the people who join one of these companies will fail. They will not make the amount of money that they need to add to their monthly stream of income to increase their own finances, to help support their own interests, or to help their family. The other 1 to 2% will maybe make some money in those industries. And 1% or less will actually be walking across the stage by those companies as they are promoted of having made a lot of money. The pressure to do something in those companies is huge. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is something else that has emerged recently. And if you were lucky to get in at the beginning and to still be holding some cryptocurrency, fantastic. But here again, the only way to make money is when you sell. The fact that there are 21 million Bitcoins out there, the demand for them is increasing. People are paying the prices, but as soon as that demand is gone, the price will be up there, but you will only make the return when you sell them. So what I've been mentioning here are just some of the legal ways to make extra money to supplement an income. 2 others are take another job, take 2 jobs. Well, that cuts into family time that usually ends up being exhausting for self. And really, after taxes and everything else that you've taken off, do you really make that much more money? The last form that I'm going to mention, and the one I'm going to talk about this evening, is passive income stream. And that is something that even when you sleep, you will be making money. Is this possible? Absolutely, in today's day and age. Can you find the right type of company that will honorably do this? There are some out there, and that's what we're talking about this evening. On the other hand, maybe you're here tonight because actually financially you are in a good place, but you're wanting to help others, either through charity work or other causes that are close to you that you want to assist and donate to, and through philanthropy. And have you ever thought about a company where this could help you? And does it even exist? Even if you've been dreaming of this type of work that could work in favor and help others as much as yourself, does it really even exist? Absolutely. The company that we're telling you about this evening is registered in the USA. It is licensed and legal in over 200 countries. And to date, in 2021, there are actually 249 countries listed. The products that we have are used every day by people people in their businesses, online and in the brick and mortar. This will make money for you while you sleep. How often does that actually happen? For it to be legal money and for you to make some very good returns. It will provide time freedom and financial abundance. And guess what? One of the best parts of this is it's stress-free. It does all the work for you. It's 100% automated, 100% hands-free, and the founders' positions are still available. And the other great thing about this company is that you can own as many founders' positions in your name as you want to, unlike others where you are limited to one. The size of the membership currently is over the size of the city of San Jose, California. And to help blend it in for our Canadians and the founders and guests who are with us here, if you add the population of Prince Edward Island and Alaska together, we now have more founders than that. Our CEO is a graduate of MIT and Harvard studies. He has over 20 successful years of online network marketing experience. He created this privately owned company. He's a family man. He operates with integrity and honesty, wanting to make a huge positive impact in this world. Because he created systems in the past, he is the brains and heart of this company. One of his goals is to turn poverty into prosperity and to help as many people as possible around the world. He has a spontaneous smile and a very big heart. We have 2 head offices. The first one is in Orlando, Florida. This is the executive headquarters. And our second one is high-tech city Hyderabad in India, where the best support and technology staff are located. And do you realize that as a sister city to the Silicon Valley in California, high-tech city in Hyderabad is also where other tech giants have their head offices, just as an extra side of information. The company that I'm telling you about this evening is called Onpassive, and our CEO is Mr. Ash Mufarah. So what is this all about, and who can benefit from it? Onpassive is a global IT, which is internet technology company. It owns proprietary products, which means that it created and owns them all legally. Its products are driven by the most advanced AI, artificial intelligence, and ML, machine learning technologies. It has a current market value of 5.5 billion US dollars, and founders are joining us from around the world at an incredible rate every day. Artificial intelligence is already being used in products and industries and is expected to bring in approximately 16 trillion US dollars to the global economy over the next couple of years. The industries that are already using this technology are in the automotive, the education, the finance, medicine, data services, healthcare, and this is just to name a few of them. I'm not sure if you're aware, but Siri and Alexa and LG products are already using and have AI interacted with them. And here are a few more ways that you may recognize in which AI, artificial intelligence, has already been incorporated. Google Maps, face detection, autocorrector, search engines, e-payments, digital assistants, social media, all of these and so many more industries are already using artificial intelligence. Now, just to remind us what this actually means, AI, artificial intelligence, is the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines, especially computer systems. These processes include learning, reasoning, and self-correction. We need AI, artificial intelligence, because the work that we need to do is increasing day by day, and it's a good idea to automate the routine work. That is the premise and the basis of what this company is all about, having it 100% automated to do the work for us. We also have a full global legal team handling all aspects of corporate law in the over 200 countries that we are legally able to operate in, and just as equally important, to be able to pay the founders in. The legal department also monitors the local, regional, and global compliance issues. Who can benefit from this beautiful company called Onpassive? Absolutely everybody. Individuals and family members, abled and people with disability, businesses of all sizes, influencers, network marketers, restaurants and stores, physical and online, churches and charities, and those individuals and businesses that need help in this restructuring since the pandemic destroyed so much. So as you can see, this company with its platforms and products really is for everyone, offering a complete digital online and offline solution. So what are some of these platforms? We will have a treasure chest of 50 plus platforms and products, both real and virtual, that will be staged in rollouts throughout the next few months and the coming year. We will have a platform called Academy, which is a one-of-a-kind application for learners of all ages and interests. We will have Accounting to simplify your inventory and account management accounting needs. Lead is an intuitive and scalable CRM application to generate leads, close deals, and grow your business. Chat is a web chat engine to improve every customer interaction. And Bless, what we refer to as the heart of the company, where the community can support good causes and ideas with 100% of the funds donated. Do you realize that many of the crowdfunding and other companies and charities that raise money currently out there will hold back between 15 to 40% of the donations for what they call administration needs and, quote, other needs? Bless will be donating 100% of every dollar donated to the cause or charity or crowdfunding that is actually listed and legally checked in the company. So we are making history. You can join us now as a founder, or you can join us after we launch as a customer. It really is your choice. And as Marty said earlier, there is going to be no pressure from any of us, any of the gentlemen or myself that you see on the panel, nor will the person who invited you to this evening come back to you other than to say, do you have any questions? If you say no, everything's all right, that will be the end of it. But if you want to join us, this is what you do. Talk to them and ask them for their registration link. The cost to join is $97 US plus $5 credit card administration fee. And we strongly suggest at this time, as we are so near to the launching and the outrolling of so many of these platforms, that you do use the credit card option, because we don't know if very shortly the price of the founder's position will go up, or for that matter, how many founders' positions will still be available, even as soon as the next couple of weeks. So if you find this of interest, I would strongly suggest that you don't delay registering and joining us. Once you have done this, there will be one other out-of-pocket payment, and that's in the vicinity of between $200 and $300 US. And this is the activation fee. Let me give you a visual on this one. It's as if you're taking your key and putting it in the ignition of your car and starting the engine. Once the activation fee has been paid, this is where the contract between Onpassive and your founder's position is fully automated. And this is where the Onpassive corporate company is going to work for you behind the scenes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, year in and year out, to generate customers and business for you, to the point where you won't even know where they're coming from as they are dropped into your phone, into your founder's position, day after day, month after month, and into the years to come. Is this really possible? It is, if you start to think of the following facts. There are more than 5 billion people using the internet currently. There are more than that of businesses all around the world, and people who've been so badly affected by the economies and the way things have happened, not only because of the pandemic, but maybe through other situations that have occurred as well. Onpassive is going to have the tools to be able to help them to get traffic through a system whereby you will be able to identify locally if that's where your restaurant is, or globally if your country is in 12 countries, or super globally if your company wants to operate in 200 countries or more, like we have the ability of doing with Onpassive. It truly is exciting to see and to learn and to hear and to be part of everything that is unrolling and folding, everything that's unfolding and rolling out with Onpassive as we're getting nearer and nearer to this happening. When I joined in January of 2019, there were approximately 10,000 founders. Today, we are over 1,032,584 global founders, and that's in more than 200 countries. How many other companies do you know that have launched with over 1 million customers? How many other companies do you know that have successfully maintained their main vision and goals and desires from the day one of wanting to help people, have kept that through the whole time that they have progressed to the launch, but have been able to change and increase and improve upon the products that they started with, so that the caliber, the strength, the security, the speed with which these products are being launched and coming to us are going to be between 5 to 10 years ahead of what is currently available. So how do we get to all these numbers, and how do we figure that we're going to be so successful? We will be having companies and product lines that are similar to Zoom or other social media platforms. We will have other huge platforms that will be working for businesses, and accounting is mentioned, but so much more as well. You will have websites and domain names. We're not out to take away anybody else's jobs or businesses. We're not out to destroy other companies. And that's one of the joys that I could be part of this company that has got such integrity in what it is wanting to do. But by introducing good quality products that are more advanced than some of the older products that are currently being used, that we hear so many people are disillusioned with, we know that we're bringing something excellent to the forefront. We know that if we are able to transfer maybe 5, 10, 15% of any of these individual companies' clients and have them come and join us, that there will be absolute joy with those customers who do come to us. And one of the questions we get asked quite often is, why would I change from Zoom to come to your Onpassive equivalent? My question right back to you is, does Zoom pay you to use their platform? You have the potential of being paid when you use ours when this launches. So thank you very much, everybody, for being with us this evening for all of this. As a reminder, this is residual income. It will generate generational wealth for your children, for your grandchildren. It will help to look after your parents, your grandparents. It will help fill the financial needs and Swiss cheese holes that may have appeared in your life. It is all done for you. It is 100% hands-free. There is no selling and no recruiting if you don't wish to do so. But many people have heard about this over the last 2 to 3 years, and they are wanting to quickly now get their friends, their family, people that they know will benefit from this in. And so that is why we still have these presentations and these webinars. Not because we're recruiting. We truly, genuinely want somebody to be able to benefit in the same manner in which we are going to. Thank you, everybody, for being here with us tonight. I will turn it over now to my very, very special friend and esteemed colleague, Mike Ellis, who will now help to fill in the holes that I left open. And then we will go through the rest of the panel so that you can get their perspective on why they joined. And then we will open this up to our guests for them to ask the questions before we sign off. Mike, please help me where I need filling in the holes.
You know, Robin, you did a really great overview of what Onpassive is, what they're going to be doing, and how it's going to benefit people. Just absolutely awesome. I'll just touch on a couple of minor points, Robin, and you've already hit on them, but it's really, really important for people to understand that as you look at Onpassive and you come in and you want to participate with Onpassive, it's 100% automated. As we come into Onpassive, they are going to go to work for us. It's what they do. And they're going to use the IT tools that they've developed over the last 3 years to go out and bring customers in. And Onpassive is basically a customer-based business, even though we have the privilege to participate with them. And when you think about the amount of customers that they're going to be bringing in, and a certain portion of those landing underneath you, that's how you get paid, when customers land under you. And you think about the first year Onpassive is going to be in business. We project that the first year Onpassive will bring in 100 million customers. Okay. That's a lot of customers coming in. And I can guarantee if you are a founding member in Onpassive, that first year, at the end of that first year, finance is just something you're not going to worry about because you will have found that way forward to take care of that bottom line and get in a position where financially you're just set. So as we look at Onpassive, 100% automated, they're going to go to work for us. Robin set it out very, very well. Their products, they're superior, lower price point, and customers will flock in because the products are so good. They make their lives easier. They make their bottom line lives easier. Their businesses will thrive because of the traffic that Onpassive will drive for them. And when you think about traffic, and that's one of the main things Onpassive is going to be doing, traffic is the key to online success. And every business wants traffic, good qualified traffic, qualified eyes coming in and looking at their business. And this is really, really ingenious what Ash has done. You can come in with another business, put it on the Onpassive platform. They will drive traffic for your business. It's absolutely unheard of, but this is the genius behind Ash Mufareh. And I'll end with one other thing. Ash Mufareh, when he built this company, one of his main goals was to share the wealth with us, those individuals participating with Onpassive. And Onpassive will share 50, 55, 60, 65% of the wealth coming into Onpassive with us. That's why when I tell you, you are guaranteed to be successful, you are guaranteed to make money. It's real, it's true. And today, Onpassive is that company. So come on in, become a founding member, spend the $97, lock yourself into the company and the pay structure. And then from there, you're in for a really, really good ride. All of us here are just jacked about Onpassive. We're really excited about it. I'll turn it over to Dan. I know he's got some wisdom he can share with us. And Dan is one of those individuals who has been in corporate America a very, very long time. I won't say how long. Very, very well educated, understands the business. And when he found Onpassive, it's like a new life. But Dan, I'll turn it over to you. Go ahead and share some of your wisdom and yeah, take it away.
Well, thanks, Mike. That's very nice. And Robin, excellent job as usual. And you and Mike covered just about everything. The only thing I'd add is that I think I'll start off by just saying that everybody here, all these people that you see on the panel right here, we're believers. And I got started in this business 2.5 years ago with Marty and Mike. And all we've been doing is watch the progression of this company get better and better and better, and the value of this company keep increasing. And it's gotten to where it is now, and it's just at a boiling point where we're just about ready to take off to the world. And those numbers that Mike was telling you about, they're true, if not conservative. So I like to also bring up that this is the traffic part of this business, as both Mike and Robin mentioned, are probably the key. And when I say that, I mean that you've got to understand that the company is going to drive traffic, targeted traffic to your site. Okay, you can help them and you can share it with people and move it along so you can make a little income a little quicker. But the company, through its advertising campaigns and marketing campaigns, is going to drive targeted traffic to increase your customer base so that you can earn commissions over and over again. And that to me is probably the key to this business. And the way, as Mike and Robin were talking about, the way this thing is set up with the incredible, unique products that we have. The products, Robin touched on a few of them, but they're unique. They're built from scratch. They're patented. This is AI technology at its best. It's got AI software that's going to follow up on every single one of your visitors, answer all their questions, close the sale for you, all through this automated process that Mike was mentioning. It's 100% done for you. So you can get involved with this company, as I said, for $97. Okay, see, now that is $97 to become a founding member, and we don't even know all of the benefits of becoming a founding member yet. But becoming a founding member is key, and that's a one-time fee to become a founding member. And then the other charge or the other fee that you will have to pay one time out of pocket is it's probably going to be anywhere from $200 to $300. And that's a one-time out-of-pocket expense to you. The rest of that monthly charge from there on out is paid out of the profits that are generated by all that volume that's brought into your business. That's unheard of. You won't find, and that's why a lot of these other businesses, as Marty was talking about, that's why they fail, is because people have to come out of pocket every single day, every single month, not every day, but every single month, and they quit because they've got their garage stuffed with enough stuff and they just aren't making any money. So $97 is a bargain. I would say lock in your position as soon as you can. And I'm done rambling. I think I'll turn it over to another rambler, Dr. Chris Johnson. Take it away, Chris.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Mike, Robin. Thank you, especially, and Marty, for your great words of wisdom. I come from a different background from a couple of these wonderful guys on here. I come from the labor workforce, 32 years in a factory for Ford Motor Company and Mazda Motors. I've roofed, I've dug ditches, I've done just about everything you could possibly think with labor. I got this basically dropped into my lap a year ago, just a little over a year ago. And I already knew about artificial intelligence. I studied it in the past, and I found a company that was 100% artificial intelligence. And what I knew about direct traffic was when I saw this, how unbelievable, I'm like, oh my God, how amazing. I did have a website years ago, and I spent hours and hours every single night when I got home from my job typing to try to get that direct traffic. When I seen what they actually can do, if you're a person that's in MLM out there or sells products online, you're not going to believe what the tools at the cheap, a very cheap price point. If you do have an MLM company out there, you know what you pay a month for advertising that. All right. This is all done for you. When we say it's all done for you, it really is all done for you. It's an amazing, amazing company, and everyone benefits it. And everyone is going to benefit from this from a young age to the old age. And it doesn't matter if you have some kind of disability. Everyone is welcome and accepted into this Onpassive world, which I call it, because anyone can do it. It doesn't matter your circumstances. That's what I love about this. I have my first nephew has Down syndrome. Guess what? He's a founder. We've got people in here that are blind, loss of hearing. They're paralyzed. Guess what? They're founders. Why? Because anyone can do it. It's an amazing company. It's the most giving company I've ever seen in my life. And all I say is I checked it out. I did pay that $97, and I've been excited and crazy excited when I realized that someone's going to do it all for me. And I just paid him $97 to get in this, where I can get my freedoms back. And 32 years, I'm retired now, but I wish I could trade that 32 years for a couple years of Onpassive, but it's on now, and I'm hoping I could change you. If you're in that situation where you're one of those labor guys, it's not easy. Once you get to a certain age, it gets a little harder. Let us help you change that and change those 30, 40 plus years of hard labor that tears you up for a couple years of freedom and enjoyment. And I would love now to turn this over to my buddy, Kevin Rutledge.
Well, thank you, sir, Mr. Johnson. I like to welcome all the guests here tonight. My name is Kevin Rutledge. I am in Illinois. I was a carpenter for most of my life, about 27 years. I retired a few years ago, and a little bit early. I turned 60 last June. And I came online about 13 years ago. I was looking for extra incomes, how most of us get here, and I was real fortunate. I ran into a couple snake oil deals, and after that, I ran into a guy who was doing it right, and he'd been doing it for a while, about 11 years, if I recall, offline, and he had just recently moved online. I think he'd been online about a year when I met him, and he was honest. He was ethical. He had a lot of experience, and he taught me a ton. And he's the reason I'm here today, and I'll forever in debt to this gentleman because of that. And he taught me a ton. And the only problem is it takes time. And I didn't have time. Most people don't have time. And then the people who do have time usually don't want to take it. They want to do something else with it. what the Onpassive does is it automates the whole process from beginning to end, the entire sales process, including support and follow-up. We say hands-free, we mean hands-free. Totally hands-free. That's why it works for everybody, okay? I needed to know that I was working for somebody who was ethical. I needed to know what I was selling was viable, was something somebody wanted. You know, I didn't want a whole garage full of stuff either. I love the idea of being digital, because digital is 24/7, 365. Okay, digital works when I'm sleeping. And I don't have to have nothing in my garage, basement. Another thing, this is the people business. Okay, this is about people raising people. Okay, this thing was built to raise people. And that's what we do. That's what we're doing here. None of us are getting paid to be here. We're here because we want to share this with you because somebody shared it with us. And that's important to me. It's my way of giving back. Okay. I don't know what I did to be here, but I consider myself blessed and privileged. And I've never said that about any business before. And I've been in some good ones. I've been in some honest ones. You know, they pay on time and, you know, done everything, but I had to work there. Okay. I had to recruit there. And we don't even like that word here. I don't even like using that word anymore. We don't recruit. We share this business because we want to help you and we know we can. Okay. I don't know what else I need to tell you. These guys cover everything. Robin does an excellent job. That's what I'll tell you. I like hanging out with these cats. Okay. When I look at these guys, I look at honesty. I look at integrity. Okay. I look at history. You know, and it's not like they've been doing it for a couple of years. Okay. They've been doing it for a while. You know, sadly to say, some of us been on this planet for a minute or two. Okay. But we welcome you here. You know, you can't go wrong. It's the bottom line. You can't go wrong. For $97, are you kidding me? I lost more than that on the couch. Okay, so come in, take a look. And if you don't like what you see, we part as friends. But I tell you what, it's the best thing I've seen. And Alan would say 22 years. I can only vouch for about 13. But I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this bus or train or boat or whatever we're calling it today. Because I tell you what, it's the best thing that you're ever going to see. I think I can safely say that. I don't think we're ever going to see this repeated anytime soon. So welcome you aboard, keep exploring, find, you know, get answers to those questions, and don't take a lot of time, okay? Because there's only so many days in the calendar and we're running out of them. So, all right, I think Marty, Robin, whoever wants to take it from here.
I'll take it, Kev. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, wonderful panel, plus my very good friends. Right now, guys, we'd like to take any questions from guests. If you have a question and you're a guest, you can raise your hand, which is on the kind of the bottom right of your computer. You'll see raise hand. If you have a question and maybe you're a little shy, you want to type it in the chat, that's okay too. But if we have any guests on here, please at least raise your hand and show us you're a guest. We won't call you, but we'd love to know what you have to say. If not, if you get back to the person that brought you to this meeting, ask them all about it, ask them about different kind of webinars all over the world in any language you want. And I don't see, Kevin, you see anything in the chats for as far as questions? I didn't see any. All right, Robin, do you have anything else to say, Rob?
I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been with us this evening. And please, if you have questions that you don't wish to bring forward here, do talk to the person who told you about this, because the opportunity to join this company is starting to close. We are very, very near to a whole lot of exciting steps coming out and moving forward into this. And truly, if this is something that you wish to be part of, you don't want to miss the time frame to do this. So it's not a pressure sale aspect to what I'm saying here, but it is the truth of being able to give you strong advice and guidance to move forward with this quickly now. 3 years in the making in terms of where we've come, improving upon the products that were started off, and now we are ready. So this is happening, this is real, and thank you so much for being with us. Thank you to all my wonderful colleagues this evening on the panel on the screen with me To all the guests, thank you for joining us. I hope you'll come back next week. If we're able to still do another presentation next week for guests, and for the founders around the world who've joined us, merci, thank you, and we will see you on the next one starting in about 20 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night.